Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to fix camera error, that is we can't find your camera, and the error code is 0xA00F4244 no cameras are attached. So if you are receiving this error message whenever you launch camera on your Windows 11 computer, then please follow the steps shown in this video. Now to go ahead and fix this error message, first step is to go ahead and restart your computer. So go to the start menu, then click on the power icon, then click on restart, and after the system restart you can go ahead and try to launch the camera. Still you are receiving the error message. In that case you can go ahead and make sure camera is on in privacy settings. So go to the start menu, then click on settings, and then click on privacy and security. Scroll down, here you can see camera, click on camera and make sure camera access is on over here. Also make sure this option is on which says let apps access your camera, and also make sure that if you are using any particular application, make sure camera is on for that particular application. Now on the bottom here you can see let desktop apps access your camera. Make sure this is also on and then try to launch the camera. Now the next step is to run camera troubleshooter. For this, go to the start menu, then click on settings. Under system, scroll down, click on troubleshoot. Click on other troubleshooters, find camera in the list, and then click on run. And once the troubleshoot is complete, you can go ahead and try to launch the camera. Now the next step is to reset camera app. For this, go ahead and type in camera in Windows search box, and then make a right click on camera app, and then click on app settings. Scroll down, and on the bottom here you can see reset option. Click on reset, and after the reset you can go ahead and try to launch the camera. Now the next step is to disable and enable camera. For this, make a right click on the start menu and then click on device manager. Now expand cameras. Now you might find your camera under cameras, or it may be under imaging device. So if you don't have cameras, then you can find the camera under imaging device. So in my case it's under cameras. So select your camera device, make a right click, and then click on disable device, click on yes, and once this is disabled, make a right click and then click on enable device. So sometimes disabling and enabling takes care of the problem, but still you are receiving the error message. In that case you can go ahead and allow the camera and the browser access to your antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus, make sure that you allow the camera and the browser access to your antivirus program. Now you can also disable your antivirus program till the time you are using the camera. Now the next step is to go to this location. So open File Explorer, click on this PC, open C drive, and then open the program files. Now then open Realtek folder. So if you have Realtek folder, only then you can perform this step. If you don't have a Realtek folder over here, you can go ahead and skip this step. So open Realtek, and over here if you find RsProvider, you have to go ahead and rename it. Make a right click and then click on rename, and by default the name should be RsProvider. You can go ahead and make a right click and then click on rename, and then you can rename it as RsProviders underscore, or you can just simply type in RsProviders.old. Rename this folder and then try to launch the camera. Now the next step is to, now after you rename the RsProvider folder, you have to go ahead and restart your computer and then try to launch the camera. Now the next step is for MSI laptop users. So for some model number, not all the model number, for some MSI laptop model number, when you press Fn plus F6, that will go ahead and enable the camera. Now for some Asus computer, again it's not for all model number, for some model number, when you press the F10 key on the keyboard, it will go ahead and enable the camera. Now for some HP laptop, again this is for some HP laptop, you have a camera kill switch on the side of the laptop. So it may be on the side or it may be in front. You will find a camera kill switch slider. So you can go ahead and slide it to enable your camera, and that should go ahead and fix the problem. Now for few Lenovo computers, when you press F8, that will also enable the camera and you should not receive the error message. Now still you are receiving the error message. In that case you can go ahead and update camera driver from your device manager. So make a right click on the device manager, make a right click on the start menu, then click on device manager. Now expand cameras or imaging device, make a right click on your camera, then click on update driver, click on search automatically for drivers, and then check the camera. Still you're receiving the error message. In that case, again open device manager. This time make a right click, select update driver, and then click on search automatically for drivers, and then click on search for updated drivers on Windows Update, and this will launch Windows Update. And if there is any update for camera, it will go ahead and update it, and then you can go ahead and check the camera. But still you're facing the problem. In that case, make a right click once again on the camera, update driver, click on browse my computer for drivers, click on let me pick from a list of available drivers on my computer, and then select USB video device, and then click on next. And once this is installed, you can go ahead and try to launch the camera. Now the next step is to update camera driver from your system manufacturer website. Now for this, you can go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo website. If you have HP, go to HP. If you have a Dell computer, go to Dell. So whichever is your brand, go to your system manufacturer website, and then you can go ahead and select your model number. So this is just an example I'm showing with Lenovo computer. You can go ahead and select your model number, and then you can go to drivers and software, and then you can go ahead and click on camera, and you can go ahead and download the camera driver. Once you download it, install it on your computer, and then check your camera. If you have HP computer, you can go ahead and enter the serial number of your HP computer, and then click on submit, and then go to drivers and download, find the camera driver, install it on your computer, and then restart your computer. Now in case if you have a Dell computer, go ahead and select, you can go ahead and enter your model number or serial number for your Dell computer, click on search, then go to drivers and download, and then install the driver for camera. So just go to your system manufacturer website and then install the camera driver from your website. Now the next step is to uninstall the camera driver and restart your computer. So make a right click on the start menu, then click on device manager, expand cameras or imaging device, and then make a right click on your camera, and then click on uninstall device, and then click on uninstall, and after the uninstall, restart your computer. So I'm just showing, I'm not uninstalling right now so you can go ahead and uninstall it, then go ahead and restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can go ahead and check the camera. But still the camera is giving you the error message. In that case, again go to your system manufacturer website and install the driver from your system manufacturer website. Now the next step is to enable the camera in system BIOS. So you can go ahead and go to the system BIOS. For different brands, there might be different BIOS key which will take you to the system BIOS. In Dell computer, you can go ahead and shut down the computer. So before you go to the BIOS, first of all, to go to the BIOS, you need to shut down your computer. So shut down the computer, and once the computer is shut down, start your computer, and immediately you can go ahead and tap the BIOS key. In Dell computer, it's F2. When you keep on tapping F2, it will take you to the BIOS screen. So I'm not sure about all the model numbers. I'm just talking about Dell model number, just for example. For different model number, for different brands, there might be different BIOS keys. So start your computer, keep on tapping the BIOS key, and once you are in the system BIOS, go ahead and find the camera and make sure camera is enabled in system BIOS. Now the next step is to update your Windows 11. So go to the start menu, then click on settings, go to update and click on Windows Update, and then click on check for update. And once the update is installed, restart your computer and then try to open camera. Now the next step is to perform clean boot. For this, go ahead and type in system configuration in Windows search box, and then click on system configuration. Now go to the services tab, and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services. So go ahead and put a check over here first, then click on disable all. In my case, I already did it. It's grayed out. In your case, it will be highlighted. So put a check over here, then click on disable all, then click on apply, OK, and then you will see the restart option, restart your computer, and then launch camera. Now the next step is to update your system BIOS. So again, go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. This is just an example. If you have HP. If you have a Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo website. So select your model number, and then you can go to drivers and download. This is just an example. And then you can go ahead and select the BIOS, and then you can go ahead and download the BIOS from here. And then you can go ahead and run the file to install the BIOS on your computer. Now before you go ahead and update the system BIOS, in case of laptop, make sure the battery on your computer is more than 10%. and make sure the charger, the AC adapter, is connected to the computer, and then you can go ahead and update your system BIOS. Now during the BIOS update, your system will restart, so do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the BIOS. Now still you're facing the problem, in that case you can go ahead and perform system restore. For this you can go ahead and type in system restore in Windows search box, and then click on create a restore point. So click on create a restore point, and then click on system restore. Now click on next. Now over here you can go ahead and select the date and time on which date the camera was working fine. So in my case I have only one restore point. In your case there might be multiple restore point. So you have to go ahead and select the date and time on which date the camera was working fine. Suppose you started facing this problem today, you can go ahead and select the date and time for yesterday, or maybe day before yesterday, and then you can go ahead and click on next, then click on finish, and this will go ahead and perform the system restore, and then you can go ahead and log into your computer and then try to open your camera. Now in case if nothing is working, you can go ahead and perform reset. So now before you perform reset, make sure that you back up your data, because when you perform reset you might lose all the data on the computer. So create a backup, and then you can go for reset. For this, go to the start menu, then click on settings, and then click on Windows Update, then click on advanced option, click on recovery, and here you can see the reset option. Click on reset PC. Now here are two options: keep my files. When you select keep my files, it will remove application and settings, but it will keep your personal files. Now once you select remove everything, it will remove all your personal files, application and settings. So you will lose everything and you have to start it from the scratch. For me, I will go ahead and select keep my files, and then you can go ahead and click on local reinstall, and then you can go ahead and click on next, and just let the reset complete, and then you have to go ahead and set up your computer once again and then try to open the camera. Now even the reset is not fixing the problem. In that case there might be a possibility that there is some hardware issue with the camera. So you can go ahead and run a hardware test for your camera, and if there is any hardware issue with camera, you can go ahead and contact your system manufacturer and get the camera replaced. So one of the steps should definitely help you to get rid of this error. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.